We all want to pump our muscle, pump our testosterone. And what if I told you that yes, we can do that with proteins, but some are very good for it and some are literally poison for your hormones, poison for your muscles. And this is exactly what I want to talk about right now. There's a hot take. Most people obsess over protein grams, but longevity decided by protein quality. If amino acids are weak, your metabolism, recovery, aging, testosterone, all of these things pay the price. I will rank today the top 10 protein sources in 5 tiers, from extremely good to good, neutral, useless, and actually to really bad. I am judging 6 things: testosterone, muscle preservation, metabolic health, inflammation, satiety, and long-term resilience. Ladies and gentlemen, these things are very important. Our body is a system and we need all of these things checkmarked and in place. I will judge it by randomized controlled trials and scientific human data. The sources are in the description down below. Watch until the very end, because the worst, literally most dangerous one, which you might have in your kitchen right now, fails all of them. It's dangerous and I want to tell you which one. Let's start with number 1. It's in the extremely good tier, grass-fed beef. Lean or fatty cuts. Lean cuts have a higher protein to calorie ratio. Fattier cuts provide you with more fat, energy, cholesterol, of course, for hormone building. You have to see what fits within your diet. Are you on a high protein, low fat, high carb diet? Are you on a high fat, low carb diet, moderate protein? All of that depends, but grass-fed beef is amazing. As protein, beef is absolutely elite. It has a complete amino acid profile. High leucine for muscle building, again, extremely important. Iron, B12, phosphorus, selenium. It's amazing. The next one, that one might be surprising to you. I'm not going to bash it completely, but it's actually whey protein isolate. It's only in the neutral tier. Why is it not amazing? I mean, protein per calories, it's amazing. It's a high quality protein. You have a lot of leucine, but on this channel, we believe in whole food, right? Because the whole foods give you the symbiotic effects for your metabolism. So I would prefer the whole food, but if it's for you and convenient, you have a high quality one, whey protein isolate can be ranked higher. I will put it into the neutral tier, but it is the highest quality convenient protein, of course. Human training trials consistently show whey protein isolate supports lean muscle mass and strength when paired with resistance training, largely because it is rich in leucine, as I already said, and very quickly absorbed. If you want one supplement protein, this is the one. For me, on this channel, for the reasons I mentioned, it makes it into the neutral tier, and depending on your preferences, it can go up into the good tier, but not the extremely good tier. For that, it must be a whole foods. The next one, it's lean poultry or fatty poultry, chicken, turkey, these kind of things. It's boring, but it's effective. It's a great protein quality. For a whole food, you have really high protein to calorie ratio and easy portion control. It is a reliable base for high protein diets without excess fat, if that is within your diet. I personally think it's a great whole foods, and if you prefer high protein, low fat, then lean poultry is the best. I am putting it for sure not in the extremely good tier, just in the good tier. Another one in the extremely good tier, that might be the best one of them all, fatty fish. Ladies and gentlemen, salmon, sardines, and not tuna, right? Mercury and not so much high quality nutrients like astaxanthin, calcium, and omega-3 fatty acids like you get in salmon and sardines. Fatty fish is completely amazing. You get complete protein, plus among the highest omega-3 fats you can find in a whole food, that consistently improves triglycerides, inflammation, inflammatory markers, CRP, IL-6 in human trials. It is rare to find a protein that feeds muscle and also pushes cardiometabolic risk in the right direction. If you ask me, I think that fatty fish is completely amazing. Like literally, it has to be part of your diet. No health advice here. The next one in the neutral tier, beef protein isolate. In my opinion, it's slightly above whey protein isolate. It's a little bit more pricey, but especially if you have a dairy intolerance, supplements. Beef protein isolate, if you want convenience and a high protein to calorie ratio, beef protein isolate is amazing. It still is in the neutral tier because it is not a whole foods per se from the processing, but it is a good thing. It can help you hit the protein target, but it is basically an amino acid without the food. It's still a great weight loss tool if you are still in your weight loss journey. It can help you actually to curb the amino acids your body needs, the essential ones also for your muscle and hormones, without adding too many calories, right? But you have fewer micronutrients, no omega-3, and no clear health edge beyond the convenience, which I already mentioned. Use it only if whey doesn't work for you, or use it if whey works for you also and you want to switch it up. I have beef protein isolate at home for convenience. Maybe I can use it. I have it as a mix, like for desserts and stuff, but in general it doesn't make it higher than the neutral tier. Now we are getting into a good tier, and that is related to the whey protein isolate, but it's not whey protein isolate. Number 6, fermented dairy. Whether it's Greek yogurt or the absolute goat of dairy, raw kefir. In my opinion, raw kefir is great, but I'm not a doctor, right? Do whatever you think is right. It's definitely at least in the good tier for gut health. It is even in the extremely good tier. Nothing can rank higher than that. But for the purpose of this video, I would say it's in the good tier because you have a higher protein density, a little bit less carbs, of course, with meat, for example. There is some carbohydrates coming with it, high quality protein, plus fermentation, plus beneficial probiotic bacteria, which can survive the stomach acid because it is a whole God-given food. Eat daily, and it supports satiety and is one of the most practical ways to raise protein without adding much junk. If you have a specific dairy intolerance, sometimes a 2 casein dairy can be better. In some cases, you are lactose intolerance, help you digest the dairy, like for example in raw goat's kefir or raw kefir, raw milk kefir, you have the lactase still in it, which helps your body to break down the lactose, right? So I think this is a great one, specifically for muscle building. Maybe not the best, but it's a great whole foods, which I have in my almost daily diet. Now we are for the first time going into the completely useless tier. You know what? I'm gonna put it into the neutral tier, okay? So because I don't want any animals here, but there's a good reason for that. Legumes, lentils, and beans. Let me be very clear. Legumes are healthy food for many people, but they are not top tier proteins at all. If you look at the aminogram, I will list it here for you. There's a lot of things missing and a lot of things lower, which have to be higher, especially for muscle building or testosterone, right? They are lower in leucine and less digestible than animal proteins, so gram for gram they stimulate muscle building less. Also less digestible, as basically everyone can digest meat. Maybe you're low in stomach acid or so, or low in enzymes, but then that's due to antibiotics or other lifestyle factors which impacted that. Legumes and beans and so on are in general on average less digestible, and they have a less high quality amino acid profile. The strength is in the package. Fiber for gut and glucose control, amazing. I also think they taste good. Plus strong satiety, of course, a little bit lower in calories. Use them to support metabolic health if you digest them well, but do not rely on them as a primary protein source. So you know what? I don't think they belong in the useless. I'll put them into the neutral tier. Now, back to the extremely good tier. The eggs. Complete amino acid, high leucine, very high satiety. In controlled diets, eggs often improve fullness and help people naturally eat less later. You eat eggs for breakfast, you're gonna have an easier time to actually go into a calorie deficit or keep your calories throughout the day, because it is very satiating and it's nourishing your body, sending abundant signals to your body with all these vitamins included, all vitamins besides vitamin C, beautiful high quality aminogram. If you tolerate eggs, they are one of the simplest tools for satiety, staying lean and strong as you age. The cholesterol helps you with building hormones and testosterone. It is completely amazing. If you cannot digest eggs well, there are some people, maybe try it with egg yolks only. If that doesn't work, maybe try it with egg yolks of the dark eggs only. And if that doesn't work, maybe eggs are not for you. But usually one of these things work for anyone. Try it out. Anyways, that is it for the eggs. Now the next one, drum roll. The last two are crazy. I'm giving you a completely powerhouse for your testosterone, and then I'm giving you the biggest enemy to your testosterone and your muscle building. Number 9 is your biggest ally. Shellfish, oysters, shrimp, mussels, especially oysters. That is extremely good here. Maybe shellfish is not as clean as fatty fish, right? We can see that in Judaism. I think in Islam, I don't want to spread wrong information. It is also said that shellfish, these bottom animals, should be avoided. But let me go here on the scientific facts only. It is very high protein density and low calories and loaded with minerals like zinc, selenium, iodine, and iron. And for the reason that there is a lot of iodine in it, that is great, because people like me who for a long time ate only meat, some iodine can be good. If you, for religious reasons, for example, can't eat the seafood, well, maybe think about an iodine supplement, or you can eat algae or something, right? That is definitely a great thing. But the reason why seafood is so great, specifically oysters, is the very high amount of zinc, which is very supportive for your testosterone. In fact, I made a video how to supplement zinc and potentially double your testosterone with simple zinc supplementation for many people. The video is popping up on top of the screen right now. Shellfish is underrated for metabolic health because it delivers nutrients that many people are missing. And now, guys, drum roll. This is what you've been waiting for. Number 10, the absolutely worst protein for all of the 6 categories I mentioned in the beginning. The really bad tier: seitan, tofu, wheat gluten as your main protein sources. It is possible to have a very healthy vegan diet, but guys, not with this, right? If you ask me, I'll leave you all the sources in the video description down below. This is the cliffhanger. It can look high protein on the label, on the paper, and yes, high protein if you look at how many amino acids are in there in total quantity, but it is notably low in leucine, so it's incomplete and low quality. If it becomes your anchor protein, you risk poor muscle maintenance unless you carefully pair it with leucine-rich foods every day. And there is a lot of controversy out there. Some people saying it's estrogenic, some people saying, oh, I'm eating it my whole life, I don't have high levels of estrogen. Well, it is certainly person dependent as it looks for me. If I have the choice, I will just exclude it from my diet. This is why the most marketed clean proteins ends up in the dead last of my list. Let me know what you think about that. Make sure you're subscribing to the channel and you watch this very important video. And as always, guys, as always, bye.